Hi. I don't know how about going about this story. I want to load it up to YouTube for you guys out there. I have no idea what the quality is right now because it is very noisy here. I wanted to tackle an issue that a lot of people ignore, and I mean really ignore, and that is homelessness with women. A lot of people think of homelessness as an older male, looks like shit. Sorry, I need to censor that. And looking like a downright bum. Homelessness is not always about just single males that look like bums. Homelessness comes in many forms, and for women, it can be very dangerous and very lonely and very ostracizing. It can be very difficult to be recognized or be noticed. Today I'm sitting down in the middle of Sydney. I am in a busy business district on a main road, so there's a lot of noise and traffic in the background. And I happen to be cold biting right now. Cold biting is where you sit down and just sit and wait for people to give coin donations so you can get something you need. For women, it's not very good. For men, they get a lot of money. I have heard stories of men getting $70 a day. These men quite often are on pensions. Not all of them, but quite often. Quite often they already have housing. And it really, really gets to me and irks me that these people can, not to diss them or anything, but they can get it so easily. And for a girl just trying to survive, you're treated like dirt. For a woman, they're supposed to find a guy, stay with them, and let them use them and destroy them as they see fit, while having to pay their own way. And society has really gone downhill in that matter. And I think that is wrong, and no woman should be forced into that. We have a growing population of women in their mid-40s up who are now going homeless that are unable to get assistance. And they're fighting to get basics. I've been trying to get housing for 12 years now. I have managed to get accommodation on and off here and there of my own, but very rarely because I just can't afford it. I have been trying to get employment. I have tried employment myself, self-employed, on numerous occasions, and haven't succeeded very well at all. It really does help when people don't help themselves to your business. I've had issues with hacking of my phones. I've had threats to be run out of town, all sorts of stuff while trying to run business. No, it was not illegal. It was fully legal work. It's just that there's a lot of politics involved in such work. And if you haven't got anyone to help you, then what are you supposed to do? I'm alone, and no one's going to help me. Who am I supposed to turn to? The people I'm supposed to turn to won't help you. You're on your own. My background story is a domestic violence and rape victim who was nearly killed, and I have just had nothing but endless battles ever since, trying to escape. People take things for granted, they take life for granted, they don't know what it's really like. They don't know what it's like for people who lose everything, they don't know how easy it is to lose everything. I've had jobs, I've had jobs with security clearances, everything. But that means nothing to anybody. And they look at you and they just treat you like dirt, and they just walk past you. They don't care. They'll trample you onto the ground before they'll do anything to help you. And yeah, it's really heartbreaking, and it gets me down. It does make me suicidal at times. It really hurts to know you're completely alone and no one gives a damn. And the attitude is, oh, you must be just crap. You have no rights to anything. You are treated less than human. You are not human in anybody's eyes. And it is really, really hard. And yeah. What do you do? What are you supposed to do? There is nowhere to go. There's no one to turn to. There's no one to get you help. When you do try to get help, you're shunned away, pushed away, and told that you're not eligible for services, but you are eligible for services, and you watch people around you get services. Men get priority for everything. literally priority through everything. They're getting 2 bedroom units. They're getting them given to them by the government. They don't have to wait very long to get them or anything like that. And women are sitting stagnant in homeless shelters, in domestic violence shelters for years, in halfway houses for years with children, and can't get housing. Single parents like myself are told to sleep on the street, go without services. If they do manage to get onto any sort of list, they're told they can only have 1 bedroom apartment units. Like, not units, sorry, studio units, like no bedrooms, nothing. Yet, a male can have a 2 bedroom. How's that fair? You've got children, you're supposed to have share care, but you can't see the children. You can't have them because you can't have them at your premises because it's not appropriate according to the government's regulations. Each one of my children are supposed to have a room to themselves due to their age. And I can't have them over. If I stay in all women's housing, if I can get women's housing, which is impossible, my children are males. Mostly I've got one daughter, but they're males. So they're not allowed to stay at my house because they're male. How's that going to work? How does that help a woman, a single parent, or any parent who just needs housing urgently? That's not right, and it's just so many things wrong with the system that needs changing, and it's so frustrating to watch and to be on the receiving end of it. I've done voluntary work for many years. I've been on board committees, and it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Anyways, I'm going to go back to cold biting because people are looking at me weird, and yeah, I'll try and do an entry later on to see how we go. Okay, you have a beautiful day, and yeah, bye. Okay, so take 4. I'm really not in the mood for this, but I just wanted to give an update. After I finished doing the first video, with cold biting, I left because it was just too windy and the pollen count was too high and my allergies were just through the roof, and I had a reaction to the pollen. So I'm back at the homeless shelter where I've been staying currently, and see how we go. And when I'm feeling a little bit more up to it, because I really don't feel up to it right now, I'd like to try and talk about and go into depth a bit more about homelessness and that for women, because that's a very in-depth subject and a lot more goes on than what people see, and even more than what I'm going through and the different types. So I will cover that more when I'm feeling a little bit more up to it and feeling a bit better. So I hope that you find what I have given you today insightful and somewhat educational. This is my view, what I've seen with my own eyes, not just what's ever been told in a pamphlet or from an organisation. So you're hearing firsthand from my personal experience what it's like. Anyways, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you soon again and produce something else for you. And maybe one day I'll learn how to do this better quality. This is my first video of doing anything, so see how we go, and you have a beautiful day. Bye.